Hello everybody. So, as you may or may not know, today, Saturday, is my long run. I always do a long run on a Saturday. Typically as part of a group. It's something that I started doing towards the beginning of my journey, especially in 2019. So that's something that I've done consistently, except for last week when I ran solo. And so I thought I'd just kind of run through again the kind of things that I'm wearing for the long run. So shoes wise, I'm going to start from the bottom up, I suppose. Shoe wise, I'm actually wearing the Brooks Caldera. Reason being because typically the route that we go on is a trail based route, and so this shoe is a great performer. The shoe I'm actually using for my marathon is a Brooks Glycerin 16, and so I kind of alternate between the two. So it's not like it's not unusual for me to be running in that trail shoe, and yeah, it's such a comfortable shoe. It really is just like throwing on a pair of slippers. So I've got those. I've then also got the Hilly Twin Skin. These are my sock of choice at the moment. I'll be totally honest with you, I don't know how well they perform in much warmer weather, because given that it's kind of built, I suppose, of two modules, it does certainly improve the wicking, and I've not had a single blister or anything like that since wearing these, but I don't entirely know what the performance is like if the heat was to improve significantly and be, let's say, 25 to 30 degrees. I don't know how that would work. I won't show you, but you can trust me. Underwear. Now, these are actually the underwear men's boxers. I don't know, I might need to get a pair of the briefs to see if they are any more comfortable, but underwear are really, really good. I actually tried on a pair the other day of Reebok. I think they're kind of like CrossFit ones, and they were seriously comfortable, but I can't really locate the model type or anything like that, but I thought they were great. So worth looking into Reebok as well if you're interested in that kind of thing. Shorts. Ron Hill Infinity Marathon shorts. They also have kind of a twin skin module going on, so that's always fantastic. I'll be wearing those today. I forgot to mention the temperature is about 6 degrees at the moment and should move towards 8 degrees, so it's going to be pretty warm out there once I get started running. I'm only wearing just a typical running shirt. This happens to Under Armour. Each their own, doesn't really matter to me. I don't really favour one over the other as long as it's comfortable. I've got arm sleeves. These are the Nathan arm sleeves. As you can see, they're well used. And in terms of comparing them to other kind of compression things I've got, these are okay, but these Rymora ones, which are my calf ones, I personally find much better because it's more of a fabric here, whereas this one has got that kind of stretchy material. The trouble is, it just sort of doesn't fit or hug the same way. So Rymora for leg calves is fantastic. Leg calves, calf, whatever's, you get it. I suppose we again kind of, I suppose from the bottom up, it's gone a bit wrong, hasn't it? Ron Hill, I bought this the other day. This was nice and cheap. I don't actually need it for the reflective element today, to be honest with you. I probably don't even need this at all because it's going to be quite warm, but I like to wear a little hat on top. And I always start off with my Caramore. They're kind of thermally type gloves. I'm not going to need them for long, but you know, when you get started, sometimes it's quite nice to have them. In terms of the nutrition for the run, so I normally run at 8 o'clock, so I woke up this morning at 6 o'clock, had some porridge with blueberries, some hemp seeds, some flax, some chia seeds, so that was really good. Hopefully it gives me enough time to kind of digest and get that sorted. And then for the run, I will have Tailwind in one of the bottles, Tailwind Nutrition, worth checking out. And now people who use Tailwind actually kind of religiously only use that, and so therefore they don't actually have the need to take gels with them. I'm not completely comfortable with that just yet. I'm sure I know it works. It does work. I've seen it on social media, but for me, I just always take a kind of a backup gels. So I've got the Humour gels, which I take as backup, and I like to just get into a bit of a habit of taking those anyway, so if you like kind of doubling up. I've got the gels, I've got the Tailwind, which is supposed to substitute for a gel. And yeah, so that's what I'll be taking, and then I'm sure for afterwards I have like a Cliff bar or a little treat or a Lara bar or something like that. But that's how it's going to look this morning. I think the distance we're doing should be around about half marathon distance based on what we've been doing up to date. In what is it? I think it's 2 weeks' time. In 2 weeks' time, I will be doing my first, if you like, competitive half marathon. I say competitive as my first half marathon official half marathon with a group of people. I've actually got 2 half marathons back to back. It's just the way I booked it. I didn't really quite realise what I was doing ahead of training. And funnily enough, the second half marathon, which is at a place called Hampton Court Palace, they actually had 2 event organisers running the same event 3 weeks apart. So last weekend was actually the first Palace half marathon, which I could, I suppose, have done. So instead of having a back-to-back, I could have done it like that. But hey, you live and learn. I was never to know that. I didn't really know what I was doing ahead of my training plan when I booked it. I just booked it because I thought, hey, I want to run that. It sounds like it's going to be good fun. So the first half marathon is likely just to be treated as a long run. The second half marathon, I might be a bit more competitive with it and try and push for a time. Not that I'm fussed, but it's more just to see what it's like to push for a time within those within that environment. And I think it's 2 months today now. 2 months today, I will be, I'll definitely be in Brighton because I'm going down the day before. So the race is on Sunday. I'm going down on Saturday, staying overnight. And yeah, so that was a very long introduction, wasn't it? I do apologise. But I won't have any clips of me on the long run because it involves other people. And so I just tend to focus on what I'm doing. But I'll catch up with you afterwards and let you know how I got on. Hey everybody, I am back. I will talk a little bit more about the specifics later, but essentially it's half, park run. I'm covered in mud, I need to get some food, foam roll, bath, all that good stuff. So I'll catch you soon for the detail. When I arrived, we were kind of just chatting about what sort of distances we were going to do. And my plan said to do a half today, so we kind of went with that as the model of what we were looking to do. So we had aimed for roughly a half. We knew we were going to run along by the river, which was beautiful. Really quite muddy though at places, but it was beautiful. Got to a park run location for 9 o'clock when they were just kicking off. So what we did was, because we were, sorry, I'm just adjusting there. Because we were only looking to do kind of half marathon distance, we didn't do the full park run course. We just did the first lap. It was really busy. It's my first park run actually experience, and for me, I didn't really enjoy it all that much. I think if I was doing it properly for a time and I was running at my actual sort of proper 5k pace, I'd be further at the front. It would be probably a different experience, but it was just a bit bitty. I just found myself, you're jostling for position, you're trying to find some space. We were running back along, funnily enough, the river we just run on to get there. So you can imagine, it kind of just kept bottlenecking. We went from a beautiful field, lots of space where you could be, 15 people or more across, to a narrow kind of clearing or in the woods, and we kind of went through there, and then it led to the river. It was just a bit messy. People with dogs, is that a thing? I didn't realise that was what people did. Fine, but it's dangerous. It's seriously dangerous because of the leads. And whilst it says keep a dog on a short lead, there is movement. Clearly there's movement. I don't wish to moan, by the way. It was really enjoyable to take part in it because it's actually, I suppose, a little bit of an ego boost. I'm just cruising at like 6:15 pace, just taking my time. And you're passing people, and it was a real nice atmosphere, and people were kind of high-fiving each other, lots of volunteers. And that was, from that point of view, it was just awesome. I really enjoyed it. But in terms of kind of an event to do regularly, I haven't quite got the bug yet for that. Perhaps that will come in the future. There was someone today who was doing their 250th park run, which is, phenomenal. So credit to all those people doing it. But anyway, we did that, did the one lap, ran back, and we got outside the door, and it was 21k. And I said, I'll just do this last little bit. I can't remember if it's 21.1, 21.2. There's always that moment of panic where I think, don't stop at 21. I know it's not 21 dead because I made that mistake the first time I tried a half. But I know it's a little bit over. So did that. If you check out my Strava, the link is below. You can see the splits and bits and pieces. But it was good. Nice pace, nice run. Feeling good now. I don't want to sit down for too long, so I'm just kind of sitting to record this. I'm going to go for a walk. I like to get washed, get sorted, have some food. Then I just do like to get out and just keep my legs moving. Laying on the sofa all day is not what I like to do. I'd like to just keep your body working, keeping it light, and just get that momentum. So a real positive day. I'm going to do a little bit of running tomorrow down to the gym, assuming the weather's okay. The only reason why I don't run down to the gym if the weather's raining is because I get soaked, my shoes are soaked, and then you go into the gym and you're trying to use the equipment with wet shoes, it just becomes a bit slippery, and it's not very nice for other people either, not very safe for other people to make the floor wet. So we'll see how we do tomorrow, but yeah, I'll check in with you then.